So when I get back, we'll set up a
All right, 7 o'clock. We'll call the regular city council meeting to order. Please join me in Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we got a very full agenda this evening. Clerk, please call the roll.
Present.
Schulz,
Here.
Lavallee,
Here in person.
Carncross,
Here.
Lancaster,
Here.
Gorman,
Here.
Perkins,
Present.
Lorena.
Here.
Gorman is present, Mayor.
Thank you. John, good to have you back in person. All right, I have one person who signed up for public comment. Is there anyone else that wishes to speak to City Council tonight on anything that's not on the agenda? Seeing no one else, I'll call Scott Logan to the podium. If you please state your name and address for the record, please.
Are we live? Is it working?
I think you turned it off.
There we go. Good evening. My name is Scott Logan, 700 East Brown Street. I want to thank the council members for their service, particularly those who are leaving, Jay, Dan, and Charlie. Having served for 8 years on the city council, I know what a thankless job this can sometimes be, but also how important it is. So this is one resident saying thank you. I also want to thank Lori for her many years of service. I've worked with Lori in one capacity or another for over 20 years. And frankly, she has been a treasure that I'm not sure the city deserves. And finally, for those joining the council, welcome Anna Marie, Mike, and Joel. Thank you for stepping up. This job is important to the community since you are the ones that set where our money goes, define ordinances, and set policy for the city and community. Set your personal agendas aside and remember you are here to represent the residents of your wards and the community as a whole. Oh, and start growing a thick skin, at least if you remain on social media. Keyboard warriors can be brutal. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Scott. One last chance. Anyone else wish to address council? Seeing none, we will move on to item number 3, which is a budget hearing. This time, I will call a budget hearing to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Haderlein,
Present.
Schulz,
Here.
Lavallee.
Here.
Carncross.
Here.
Lancaster,
Here.
Gorman,
Here. Present.
Lorena. Here. Gorman is present.
All right, thank you. We'll now open the podium up for comments from the audience, for anyone that wishes to just make any comments concerning this year's budget or proposed budget for fiscal year 25-26. Seeing none, we'll close the budget hearing. Take a motion to close the budget hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Haderlein, second by Schulz. Any comments or questions? Clerk, call the roll.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Item number 5 is the consent agenda, 5A through 5H. Is there any item on the consent agenda the council wishes to remove from the consent agenda?
Letter H.
Letter H. Any other items? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion for 5A through 5G.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda items 5A through 5G.
Second.
Have a motion by Haderlein, second by Luna. Any other comments or questions here? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Schulz,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman,
Yes.
Perkins,
Yes.
Lorena.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item 6 is now previously 5H, accepted Scott Logan's letter of resignation from the Parks and Recreation Board.
I know because he's a citizen, that's why he's resigning with his elected new thing starting May 1st. So I'm questioning about the police commission and the Crime Stoppers. Does he have to step down for that because he's a citizen.
I don't believe he's on Crime Stoppers.
Okay, but the police commission, I know.
I don't,
He's on Crime Stop.
you are on, you must have missed the last board meeting then, did you? No? I didn't register you, okay. Council, do you have any comments on that?
Tell me again what boards he's on?
He's on Police Commission and Crime Stoppers.
I would have to look at the specific compatibility, given that it's a commission. Is Crime Stoppers? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
under
yeah,
the
no,
city, then
no.
I don't anticipate an issue with Crime Stoppers. I'd have to look into the police commission one. I wasn't aware of that
Okay.
potential conflict.
We'll review and advise. Any other comments or questions?
When's the next police commission meeting? That one scheduled, so we will have this figured out before the next meeting?
By this week?
Thank you, council.
Motion to accept Scott Logan's letter of resignation from the Parks and Recreation Board.
Second.
I have a motion by Schulz, second by Haderlein to accept Scott Logan's letter of resignation to Parks Recreation Board. Any other comments or questions here? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Lavallee,
Yes.
Carncross,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Gorman,
Yes.
Perkins,
Yes.
Luna,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes.
Schulz.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, thank you. Item number 7 is Sternberg's water bill. In your packet is a letter that was submitted to the council concerning a large water bill that the Sternbergs have encountered, and they are present here. If one or both would like to come to the podium and state your name and address for the record, you can discuss what you're seeking.
720 Elm Creek Way in Fort Worth, Texas. And do you want me to read my letter?
You could read the letter if that's what you like, because it's well-written, so sure.
Okay. To the City Council.
Can you speak in the mic a little bit more, lower it down?
I'm short.
No, it's okay, it's just audio.
Yeah. We are humbly requesting relief from our water bill in the amount of $5,889.05. Sorry. We do not live in Harvard full-time. And we were unaware that there was a leak until our checking account was overdrawn in the amount of $2,094 being deducted. We were out of town when the paper bill came in the mail, and the day we got home was when the water payment hit our account on April 4th. By that time, another month had passed since the reading had been taken on March 3rd. I do not understand why we were not notified immediately on March 3rd that there was an issue with that amount of a bill, and another month went by, and another $3,800 worth of water went down the drain. Immediately upon realizing we were overdrawn due to the water bill, we contacted a relative that lives nearby who went over there right away and shut off the water and found that a pipe in the basement above the sink had come unsoldered. We did winterize the house. The heat was on. The vents in the basement were open. We are thinking that due to the city having issues with several broken water mains, when the city shut off the water to make the repairs and then turned it back on again, the sudden pressure caused the soldering to fail and the pipes to separate. We're not wealthy people, beyond no means, and we're trying to get by on our Social Security, and we still work part-time jobs. We acquired the house from a cousin after the death in the family and wanted to keep the house in the family. Had we known when the reading was taken in March of the leak, we would have had it taken care of immediately at that point. This bill is equal to 5 months of our mortgage payments and will put an undue hardship on us to pay. We pray that you will find it in your hearts to forgive this debt under these extenuating circumstances, as we cannot afford to literally throw money down the drain. Said we're be in attendance, which we are, and thank you for your consideration in this matter. And everybody I've talked to, that's their town's policy, so. We're just,
So for council, so you know, there is no authority within city staffing to forgive this bill. The only recourse they have is to appeal to city council. We have had other other residents who have had similar situations And unfortunately, in those cases, council did not approve to do that, and, we created a payment plan for those water users. But in this particular case, their only recourse was to bring the issue to you as city council, whether or not you would waive
So-
what was due.
I'm curious what our process is if we take a water meter reading and see that it's a huge amount of water. Do we reach out to the residents to find out what's going on? Because that's a clear sign that there's something wrong.
Indeed.
$69 the previous.
There's a huge increase over what their previous usage was, for certain. But I don't believe there's something in our system that automatically keys that. The system, the readers go out, they read the meters, it goes into the system, it gets printed out, they fold it, put it in the mail, and it goes off to the water user.
And another month had gone by, so
Right.
another month's worth of water had gone, and it was another $3,800, because the first bill was $2,094.
Right,
And that's when we were alerted.
right.
And
Because,
I
you
asked
don't know what date
Lou,
it even
He
started.
said
Yeah.
March 3rd was when that reading was taken.
Yeah.
We weren't aware of it till April 4th, when our account was overdrawn. And then another month's worth of water had gone down the drain.
Right.
So, Deb, is there a way within our system to create if there's a 20% increase over their previous bill that would flag it?
The report, and I'm asking Jeanette because she did water billing. I haven't physically sat down and done it, but there is a report that you can pull, an abnormal reading report. When is that usually done?
That would print when the readings are done. So once the readings are uploaded, there is a report that would print, an estimate report, abnormal report, that you can see the difference. It
Okay.
won't tell you, it will just tell you the difference between the last bill to the current reading.
Okay.
So the last bill was 69, and then it was 2,094. We were not notified in any way, shape, or
Yeah.
form. Yeah.
Jeanette, when you were doing the water billing, how often did you look at that?
When did you look at that?
Whenever the readings were done.
When the readings were done?
And the current person doing it, were they trained to do that as well?
I would believe so, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that system has changed since I've last not been in that position.
Right.
I would say going forward, it might be good to just have it as an office policy that, I don't know what the threshold should be, 20%, 25%, whatever it is, that report be run with the water metering, and then if we see any significant change going up, that maybe those people are called and just said, hey, we saw an abnormal increase. You may want to check for a leak or something like that, just to be on the safe side. Just, we do have people that leave for the season, or they may not even be aware because they may have a leak in their yard or something that they're not
Right.
aware of.
The billing company, I know when we went through some other thing that every once in a while they update the software and so on, and the last time we needed something changed in that, we happened to hit it at a time when they were upgrading it, and we were able to get that done for no charge because they were upgrading it anyway. It seems to me that they could probably enhance that, where it would generate an automatic report, so you wouldn't have to look at every bill in the city to see if, and you also have to figure out what an anomaly is. I mean, if it's $1,000, is it okay? If it's, if it's 500, is it okay? I mean, where do you draw that line that tells you? But I think there's probably some algorithms. There's probably, that this company that does our billing has, that would allow us to implement some kind of, and we could either wait till the next update to maybe get it done, or look into the cost to do it off of schedule.
So the billing actually goes through BSNA, but the upgrades you're talking about is through Census, and that's something that Rob works with Ruby on. when they do their readings, so I will get with him when he gets back from vacation and talk to him about that.
Yeah.
These
I
are
think
two
it's-
different systems that kind of commingle with each other.
Yeah. The research I did on this is that, first of all, I tried to figure out how long it takes to, well, first of all, the gallonage on this, just to put it in perspective, is 422,000 gallons of water. That's 1.5 swimming pools that went down the drain in that house over a period of time. It's also 1/2 of a day's use of the whole city. What I was hoping for is that our actual cost to produce that water, because, and I hope the environmentalists don't get mad at me, but the water part is free. We pull it out of the ground. Nobody charges us for it, for the water. But we do have costs. And those costs are a lot of electricity and also chemicals. All that water is chemically treated and tested and all that sort of thing. And that has a price tag on it. It turns out that I think your total bill was 59 or 58.
$5,889.05.
And the city's cost on that, what it costs the city for electricity and chemicals and that sort of thing. And the treatment of the water coming, because that went down your drain, I'm sure, and ended up going through the treatment plant as well, was over $4,000. It's hard to get an exact number because there's 3 wells, and those 3 wells generate electricity at a different cost. So we kind of averaged that, and the cost was over $4,000. So just to put everything in perspective, someone's is paying $4,000 some dollars.
We should have been notified when our bill was 2,000. March 3rd, like she said,
Okay,
anything over
but
20% should be flagged.
that's beside the point I'm trying to make is that, so what you're asking is that every house in this city pay that bill. Because that's what happens. I mean, we have an expense of $4,000 some dollars that has to be paid by the city. And the city gets that money from property taxes.
Actually, water users, this is a water bill, so no property tax pays into the water bill system. It's purely a user system.
Okay, very good. Let me rephrase that then. It's paid for by all the people who have water bills. That would be more accurate, I guess. Property owners. Okay, so if, as we try to decide what to do with this, we have to realize that in one case, if we, for example, excuse the bill, then the city is paying for that problem. I even looked into insurance. Insurance doesn't cover a pipe break. They just cover what damage is caused by a pipe break. Rosa can probably
That's true.
fill in better. So that wouldn't have helped. There are devices you can buy that will tell that it'll even hook up to your smartphone to tell you when you have an abnormal amount of use. By the way, I'm buying one. After this, I'm going to get one of those things. They're about $500, but that's not much money when you're talking about paying $6,000 for a water bill. I mean, I'm on the fence. I don't know exactly what to do here, but that's my research so far and what I was able to figure out.
Well, my opinion is that we should, if we didn't have a monitoring mechanism in place to tell us that there is a 100+% increase of a water bill, which is completely abnormal, then we should have it in place. And shame on us as a city for not having it in place. And my recommendation would be that the $2,000 is, you're responsible for something, in my opinion, and that would be the $2,000. March that bill up to then, and after that point, the city should waive the rest of the fee, the $3,800. We should have a monitoring. We should be monitoring that. I mean, it's easy to see. It would stick out like a sore thumb. And
Is that a motion?
yeah, I motion that we waive the $3,800, whatever that second bill after the 2094. That would be my motion.
Would we have to add a stipulation to say that they could have some kind of payment plan on that? Because it seems like the money would still be tight.
That's
for
something
just
that they can work on with this city, I think. I don't know.
I have spoken about.
The normal procedure whenever somebody has a high bill is that I usually reach out to the individual and we try to set up a plan that's both fair to them and also fair to that we get the money back sooner rather than later.
Right.
And in this case, the other stipulation that we put on there is that they cannot be late on any other bill until that
Mine's
payment
paid
is done.
automatically. You take
Right.
it. It comes right on my account.
And we did reach out even when it was $20 or $2,000 is when I was made aware of it, and
That's when
we
I
reached
called
out
them,
to.
when it overdrew my checking account.
I do agree with Jay. I think that in this situation, the technology, not for lack of policy, but the technology is there for us to be able to
Absolutely.
see this and address it in a more timely manner. Obviously, with the way that the billing has to be done and the delay between reading and actually getting that information going, there's a delay, so there would be something in there. Kind of goes without saying that. I'd say if you're
You
not going to
seconding
be,
it, Dan?
well, yeah, yes, but I wanted to ask them a question too before we go forward with that. Kind of goes without saying, shut the water off before you leave town.
I've been
Just
telling him that, and he wouldn't agree, because he said, I'm afraid of the hot water heater being gas. I don't know what that'll do, because we don't have gas there, in Texas.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna figure out how to do that,
okay.
the gas water heater.
My question would then be that should we move forward again? Should I propose my second and move forward with a payment plan on the 2,000 figure? How do you feel about that?
It's better than 6,000. I appreciate that, because I was shocked. I really thought we would have been notified March 3rd when the reading came out.
Okay. I mean, because I can sympathize for you on the entire amount. I understand what things cost and how difficult
We
things can
appreciate
be.
any bit.
But I also wanted to make sure that before we all vote on this, before we move forward with that, what is your feeling on it and your disposition? If you feel that that's fair and that you can work with a payment plan, then I'm all for seconding, and I think that we should move forward with that. But I want to make sure that your input is considered on that part as well.
I just wanted to round out the rest of this picture. When this was brought up to our attention, I believe you guys were on vacation at the time, and what had happened was that the $2,000 was drawn out of their checking account, and when that
The day I
was,
came home, it hit my account.
which was over the amount that they had in their checking at the time, it actually zapped their savings. When we were made aware, and again, this was an error on our part for not catching it, I asked Deb to refund the full amount, which was breaking our own protocol so that they could at least make it home fine. So we've been trying to work with them from the get-go.
So
Then-
I'll be calling you tomorrow, and we'll set up a payment plan.
Okay, then with those considerations, then I do formally make my second to Jay's motion.
All right, we have a motion by Schulz, second by Carncross, to waive the March bill. Is it the March bill?
No, it'll be April.
The April reading.
April,
it'll be
the
May,
April,
I guess,
yeah,
is
the
what it
April
wanted.
reading.
It would
So,
be the April reading.
so you would still be responsible for the March reading?
Third one.
Yes. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderman
Thank you so
Carncross,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Gorman,
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes.
Schulz.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. All right, moving on to item number 8 is a payment of the bills. Seek a motion to approve payment of the bills in the amount of $398,260.53.
Motion to approve the bills at $398,260.53.
Second?
Motion by Carncross, second by Lancaster. Any comments or questions here? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderwoman Lancaster,
Yes.
Gorman,
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna.
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes.
Schulz.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Okay, thank you. Item number 9 is the Harvard Farmers Market, a discussion/approval of the site plan for the Farmers Market. I believe we have representatives here from the Small Business Alliance. If you could state your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Carrie Closey Green. I live at 103 West Diggin Street.
Sandra Alcozer, 260 Randolph Street, Walpole.
All right, thank you. I believe in your did it get in the packet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yes. It's just past the bills. So you can see in your packet, the map that was brought, and I guess I can put it up here on the screen here. It's like page 40, I don't know. There it is.
No, that's the race.
Oh, geez.
Page
Keep
45.
going.
I gotta get
Keep going.
Right there.
Keep going.
Oh,
No.
45.
40. I said it was like 40. Pass the bills. There we go. Here we go. Any questions for the ladies?
I just have one. The three businesses that are putting the tables, it says immediately outside of the doors. Where exactly you mean outside of the doors?
Just right alongside the building as
Okay, so it's not in front of the doors? Because I'm assuming those businesses will be open?
To their windows, yes,
Yes.
of course.
All right.
Is there any objection from the police department? Okay, just want to make sure that safety plans, evacuation, or anything like that's not a concern. Okay, then I have no objection.
Motion to approve the site plan for the farmer's market.
Second.
I have a motion by Schulz, second by Carncross to approve the site plan for the Harvard Farmers Market. Comments, questions?
There was one question that was brought up during the last meeting, and that was how would this impact the Air Street construction that's going on? I did talk to Gary this morning, and the bids that are going, or the bid that it will be going out, because of timing as well as with Christopher Burke, that they would not be able to actually start construction at the earliest until it was July 14th, which would actually be 2 days after the July one. And by the time it wraps up, it'll be like within a few days before the August. So actually, there's a good chance that all of them will be able to be held on Air Street. Okay.
All right, any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Gorman,
Yes.
Perkins,
Yes.
Luna,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes.
Schulz,
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yeah.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, thank you. Thank you, ladies. Pass that down, please. All right, moving on to item number 10, which is City Alderman Committee assignments. Right after this was finalized for the packet, and I was looking at it again, I realized, oh, wait a minute. The original committee assignments has more than, on a few committees, more than one from a couple of different wards. And of course, we always want to have complete representation on each committee. So I reshuffled, and that's what this new memo is in front of you. Any issues with this? For those that are leaving, probably no issues.
I wish them all the best.
All right.
The only thing I know, May 1st starts, but the only recommendation I would say, because there's going to be 3 people voting on it that are leaving, it doesn't mean anything, is to put the 3 that are coming in that, and by June or July, you can send it out for the 3 people coming on the city council with us to vote on it. So just plug them where the 3 are leaving right now. And then June, July, something like that, so you can still run your committee meetings. And then wait until they have the opportunity to vote themselves.
Well, I appreciate that comment. Matt, but frankly, I'd like to have all the committees set forth as the new year begins, and that's a duty, responsibility of the mayor, and so to ensure that we had a good representation in each committee and make sure that the senior alderpersons were moved up to chair committees, this kind of scramble kind of best makes it work.
So I do have a question, and that is, or an observation, that it would be, it would make sense to poll folks for meeting dates, because the previous schedule was set for those current members. And for instance, the second Monday of the month, when infrastructure meets, I have a standing meeting that's always that, almost always that same day. I would like to be able to attend the meetings. And I wouldn't assume that the new members are available the same dates and times that we were. So I'm not sure how to do that.
Well, I think, what we would do then is on those particular dates when they meet, or maybe we can do it at the special end of the year meeting after they're sworn in, to figure out what dates the committees want to meet.
Could we ask, since the incoming members are here, could we ask them if they have any objections to the future placement, so that if we vote on it, we are aware of that?
I've got no issue with that.
I'm not going to be on them, so that would be my only thing, is if there's any, if they have an objection on which.
I never got a choice. I just got thrown out there. Welcome to the, council.
What's your pleasure here?
I'll just motion to approve as presented.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Carncross, second by Lavallee. Any comments or questions? For the oncoming alderpersons, so you know, Joel Crete would be assigned to the administration committee. What's up here on the is an older one. So Joel Crete would be on the admin committee and then also the infrastructure committee. Then for Alderwoman Anna Marie Plattmiller, she would be on the Community Economic Development Committee and the Parks and Recreation Committee. And for Alderman Mike Hoflick, he would be on the Community and Economic Development Committee and the Parks and Recreation Committee. I suppose we could figure out what dates those guys typically, those meetings meet, because I don't have them memorized, I'm afraid. So infrastructure, or so admin typically meets the
Third
Wednesday of the month.
At 6:30.
Joel, is that ever going to be an issue with you, or typically? Okay. Infrastructure committee would be Joel also, and they typically meet the
second Monday.
Second Monday of the month.
And that doesn't work for me.
First Monday.
Nope.
I vote we
Third
take her off the
Monday.
committee.
Oh, no, third Monday is, I'm not on Parks anymore.
Third Monday is
I can do the third Monday now. I could do the third.
Parks will be there.
Third Monday?
No, that's Parks and Rec.
Oh, that's Parks and Rec.
Been Parks and Rec forever, too.
Tuesday?
Clerk, were all these meeting dates set by council or only city council meeting dates?
They were all set. Those have been published that way.
Oh, so take that back then, because the meetings for all the administration, or all the committees were set by council back in December for all committees and all dates, and has been published.
But that can be changed.
It could be.
That's not like statutory, is it?
No,
Yeah,
we just have to
If you got a committee member
republish.
that's coming on that cannot
Yeah.
attend those meetings, you're
Yeah,
going to want
then
to
you
move that
need
date.
to change.
What about
Yeah.
Tuesdays, Lisa?
The second Tuesday?
I'm wide open on Tuesdays.
Second Tuesday is good.
John, you know that's always gonna change with me, because I work every third day.
Tuesday?
Every third day.
Yeah, so it changes from month to month.
Okay.
Second Tuesday, Joel, would that work for you? Okay. Community and Economic Development typically meets the,
That'll be at 6:30 also.
for the infrastructure, at 6:30 on the second Tuesday. Okay, and then for Community and Economic Development typically meets also the second Tuesday of the month.
Which one's that? Oh, I don't know if I want, no, I guess we can do back to back. Because then I get it done with me.
So Mike and Anna Marie, second Tuesday of the month, would that,
Oh, we're on
So
second
you're doing it at 8 o'clock?
Might as well get it done.
Mike?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Second Tuesdays, yes. And then the Parks and Rec Committee always meets on the third Monday, right? And Anna Marie and Mike, that work for you? Yeah? Okay. Then,
That meeting was always at 6. Is it still going to be at 6, or does the new chair
Chair?
want to push it?
I prefer 6, but if it's not convenient for the other ones, we can move it.
I'm not
Yeah.
either, so.
Yeah.
You make the
I like
decision.
6 too.
6.
all right. Clerk, could you make note of that so we can update our published? I guess, so now infrastructure meeting is moving to second Tuesday along with community and economic development. So you double up the meetings. All right. Let's go back to the agenda.
Barely slapped for us.
Here we go. Okay. Okay, so item number 10 then, let's
You
get
have to
it.
approve
We
this,
haven't
right?
did a vote on this yet.
Oh, we did. Did we take the vote? I think we got the motion in second. Yeah, all right, let's take the vote, please.
Alderman Perkins.
Yes, but I think next month we're gonna change things again.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
Schulz.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, number 11 is Planning and Zoning Commission's recommendation to approve a rezoning designation of M1 Manufacturing District to RA Residential Agricultural pursuant to Section 14.2 of the UDO Unified Development Ordinance.
I'll make a motion to approve to approve an ordinance granting the rezoning of M1 Manufacturing District to RA Residential Agriculture for the property located at 1001 West Roosevelt Street, Harvard, Illinois. And I believe they're going to be growing mushrooms.
Second.
I have a motion by Haderlein, second by Carncross. Any other comments or questions here? All right, clerk, call the roll.
Alderwoman Luna.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
Schulz.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman.
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries. Ordinance 2025-111.
Okay. Item number 12 is proposed ordinance approving the City of Harvard's annual budget for fiscal 2025-2026. Seek your action to adopt the ordinance establishing our annual budget.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Carncross, second by Haderlein to approve the annual budget for fiscal year 2025-2026. Any other comments or questions?
Make motion, just the only thing is that 50,000 for the McDOT bike path will not go up anymore, correct, with this project? That's the max that we would pay for this bike path, since we don't have an IGA yet.
So the $50,000 is what the estimate was given from McDOT. I can't guarantee it's going to be more than that because we don't have the IGA. But if it is more than that, it would have to go to an amended budget because the budget you're approving sets it at 50,000.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderwoman Haderlein,
Yes.
Schulz,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman,
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries. Ordinance 2025-112.
All right, thank you. Item number 13 is the Infrastructure Committee recommendation seeking your approval to approve PowerLink Electric Incorporated as a contractor for well number 9 generator in the amount not to exceed $267,958.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Haderlein, second by Schulz.
Can't
I'm sorry,
Carncross.
Carncross, I said.
Close enough.
I'm looking at an H and I wrote
Doesn't matter anymore.
We'll amend the meeting next.
Any other comments or questions?
You guys have to approve the minutes next time anyway.
Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Schultz,
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman,
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
What's that?
Oh, is
Oh,
that
from
from the mushroom
company?
people?
I thought they weren't able to do that yet.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Snacks. Thank you very much. All right, item number 14 is the Infrastructure Committee recommendation seeking motion to approve IDOT motor fuel tax resolution and estimate in the amount of $85,000.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Perkins, second by Carncross. Any comments or questions here? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Lavallee,
Yes.
Carncross,
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman,
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, thank you. Item number 15 is the Community and Economic Development Committee's recommendation seeking motion to approve the building permit fee reduction for 10 residential duplex properties within 28 months in the area of Country Brook subdivision that has existing duplexes. In consideration of this commitment, the city will reduce the building permit fee to $14,000 per duplex, resulting in a total reduced fee of $140,000 for all 10 homes.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Luna and a second by Lancaster. Any comments or questions here?
I just had a question. Are these duplexes going where the duplexes are right now?
Yes.
And what would the usual fee be for a duplex?
Based on square footage?
Microphone, please.
Square footage, and if I remember correctly, it was $19,566.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And what's, with the reduction, what's being pulled out of the reduction?
The biggest hit was the building permit fees coming to our department, and then impact fees. But the sewer treatment plant fee, connection fee, all that remains to pay the bond or what have you. And the reviews, well, there's 3 different units, so 3 review fees paid to the company that reviews it, and then plumbing inspections remain as well. And then there's a park contribution fee of $400 that remains per unit.
So okay, so we're reducing from 19,000 to 7,500?
No, from
14.
19 to 14.
Oh,
So-
okay. Well, no, that was on the, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
Peter's here this evening. We just want to welcome him to Harvard. He's built quite a few units in Marengo. Marengo also gave him a discount or fee waivers on the duplexes that he built there. So we're excited to have Peter here in Harvard.
Do you know the location?
Peter,
the ones in
you wanna
Marengo?
Step up to the microphone here.
Sir, could you come to the microphone and state your name and address, please?
Come on up.
Sorry, yeah, no worries.
Myself, I'm a builder, JCC.
You speak in the microphone, please, to the audience that's streaming?
Yeah, break it.
Peter Jezorowski, JCC Construction. I built a lot of units like that in Marengo, almost 50 of those, and I'm looking forward to do some good and nice buildings in Harvard. If you guys let me, of course, with this discounts.
Are you the one building in Deer Pass right now?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I did Deer Pass at Brookside Meadow on the north side, south side. You guys any questions?
Yeah.
Anyone? No? All right, we have a motion and a second. No other comments or questions? Clerk, call the roll.
Alderman Carncross,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Gorman,
Yes.
Perkins,
Yes.
Luna,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes.
Schulz,
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, welcome to Harvard.
Thanks.
Item number 16 is the Community and Economic Development Committee's recommendation to approve the building permit fee amended agreement for 7 residential properties with Greenway Group, reducing building permit fee for each residence to $7,500 for a total of $52,500 for all 7 properties.
Is there any kind of stipulation on time frame on this?
2 years.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Schultz, second by Carncross. Any other comments or questions?
Have we ever reduced fees and they not billed? And then have they ever come back and asked for them again?
So the answer to your first part is yes, KLM. They had an original agreement, I believe it was 4 that they had to build, and they only built 1. So we had to go back and collect those fees.
And we did get the fees collected without any problems, correct?
I believe so. Oh,
No, we've been in touch with KLM. They reached out several months ago. They wanted to ramp up again and start building. We said the fees that were owed have to be paid first. They agreed, and we're just waiting for that.
So they have not been paid, these late fees?
But it's not a late fee. It was the remaining balance of the original permit fee, which I believe was around $4,300. But Kim from KLM agreed to pay it, so we're just waiting.
But didn't the time frame, isn't it past the time frame?
Yes, so
wouldn't
so-
the fee go back up to the original?
That's what he's saying. He owes the difference of the fees.
Counsel, legal counsel, how hard is it to recoup that?
It's kind of case specific, right? Depends on who the entity that you're going after and what type of assets they have. Are they going to continue to do business? Stuff like that. So I mean, we have an agreement that they've signed. So from a legal standpoint, certainly we'd be comfortable being able to enforce that in court. Obviously, a defendant's only as good as how deep their pockets are, right? But to the extent that it's a builder that has a reputation and ongoing business, generally there should be a bunch of assets that we could always attach onto in the event we couldn't get payment.
All right. So, I'm going to say this here, because we already did with Foxtail, but these should be the last reductions that we have. Because people are interested in building now, so they can pay the full price after these ones.
that's actually done on a case-by-case basis by the Economic Development Committee. And sometimes you do have to strike a deal in order to get multiple houses. And I'll note again that when we originally started 2.5 years ago, the fees were around $4,000, and slowly but surely we've been raising them to where they're getting closer and closer to full price.
Yeah, that's right. There already is a plan in place to get it back up to full. It's a gradual plan.
We're almost there. I'm just saying, I think it should go full now after these agreements for these ones.
Something to keep in mind, just in general with these agreements, because these are all hit or miss as they go, with market demand. One of the influencing factors in this too is being competitive as a community to surrounding communities, but also the overall economic feasibility of building homes. So if we're entering into a season of severe recession or something like that, or there's a housing drop or something like that, these are necessary to make the profitability of the builder want to build here. So just something to keep in mind on the case-by-case basis that the
Dan, so
current
I don't want
environment
to
needs be
again
considered.
in the chit for tat for this, but if there was a recession, a lot of those people, just like in 2008, went bankrupt, so we wouldn't even be able to recoup those costs when they don't build.
Not,
Yeah, because all of them wouldn't belly up. So that's
correct,
a
but
good-
that was a different case.
I'm just saying,
What I'm
if that's
talking
where you're
about
going
is
with that.
what I'm talking about is like if we want to talk details, the current environment is the cost of materials are going up. Most of these builders have no idea what the home is going to cost until they've finished it and built it. So if it takes
I understand.
them
My
6
dad was
months-
a general contractor for 40-some years.
So that's what I'm saying is just saying blanket that we're not going to give any discounts or we shouldn't. Just it would be hasty. Is all I'm saying.
This is a discussion for another time. The current issue at hand is whether or not you will approve the motion for this particular contract. So at the moment, we have a motion and a second. Is there any other comments or questions relative to the?
There was one, and there was a two-part question from Alderman Lavallee. The second part was, has anybody come back to ask who did not successfully complete the contract? The answer to that is no. Nobody has. KLM has whispered about doing it, but has not made a formal request. Everybody since we've been here, everybody that has gotten a contract has successfully completed it and then petitioned for another contract.
All right, any other comments or questions?
I just had one observation. I noticed on the letter to Greenway Group, that it refers to in the event Greenway does not develop 7 properties within the 2-year period, they'll owe the full price on the building permits that were ultimately issued, but nowhere in the letter does it actually say what that amount would be. It only mentions the $7,500. So it doesn't actually say that they would then owe the difference of, is it $2,000 a permit, $1,500?
Each home is a different size. I believe in that case, there's going to be 3 different models. So it's the remaining, when Ann and I figure out the permit fees, we figure out the total amount of fees. So it shows that, what the total amount is, and then we charge them the whatever agreed upon prices.
But we're giving them a flat rate, but our fee is going to be different for the different units?
Because it's based on square footage. It's $1.25 per square foot. And then if he's doing 3 models, let's say there's 3 homes of one model, he'll get charged a review fee for one model, but not on the other 2.
Yeah.
So each permit is different in that sense as well.
So at what point will we document what the fee would have been?
When we issue the permit, there's an Excel spreadsheet that goes along with it showing total permit fees minus the reductions for the agreed upon price of $7,500.
Okay, so we will have that,
Yes,
and they will have that.
yes,
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
you're welcome.
I call the question. Let's vote.
All right, clerk, call the roll, please.
Alderman Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman.
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes?
Schulz.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, item number 17 is the Community and Economic Development Committee's recommendation, seeking a motion to approve the permit fee reduction of $12,000 with Greenway Group for one more duplex in the Turtle Crossing neighborhood. This would complete the total number of duplexes that were originally platted to be in Turtle Crossing based on stormwater.
Is this 12,000 the same as they paid before? Is that why they're asking for 12,000?
That's correct. It
And
would
that's-
be, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, and that's 2,000 less per unit than we just approved for the other.
So yes, it's $2,000 less than the new one, but this is just one more duplex on top of the duplexes that were already being built. And it's the last allowable duplex in that area.
My understanding was they supposedly got this permit before with the last one, just haven't built it yet, from the letter I was reading.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, that's the way the letter says, so I would think we should charge 14, since we, charge him 14,000 for the other guy now. Since we want to stay even and be consistent across the board, this last one should be 14,000 then. They didn't build this one in time with the 12,000 one that they had.
So to answer that question, the reason why the first agreement was for 12,000 is because there was an agreement to build 20 units or 20 units. The earlier discussion for 14,000, they're only building 10, I believe. So quantity in this case benefits.
But he's already built 21 units. This is just one final unit, isn't it?
Yes.
Right, he's asking for a continuation of the agreement, the original agreement for just one more
I
unit.
thought we were ramping this up so we get back to the full price again for
And
each agreement.
Again, it's your call how you want to do this.
I'll make a motion to deny the 12,000.
Can I suggest that if you're looking to,
Get the most votes to let it, have someone approve it?
no, I think if you're inclined to approve it at 14,
At 12.
I understand that, but I guess if, from your comments, I guess my understanding is.
To amend it to 14,000?
Correct, if
Okay.
that's an option.
Okay,
as
I'll
opposed
make
to
a
denying
motion for the reduction to 14,000 instead of the 12,000 for the one duplex.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion by Perkins, second by Haderlein, to approve the permit fee reduction of, to 14,000 with Greenway Group for one more duplex in Turtle Crossing. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Gorman,
No.
Perkins,
Yes.
Luna, Haderlein,
Yes.
Schulz,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Carncross,
No.
Lancaster.
Yeah.
Motion is approved, 6-2.
All right, item number 18 is Community and Economic Development recommendation, seeking a motion to petition the Planning and Zoning Commission for a public hearing for a text amendment regarding regulations for wireless towers and antennas. As you know, we are in contract negotiations and with a wireless provider who's seeking to put a tower in town, and so we're seeking to get a text amendment to deal with that issue.
I'll make a motion to petition the Planning and Zoning Commission for a public hearing for a text amendment regarding regulations for wireless towers and antennas.
Second.
I have a motion by Perkins, second by Haderlein. Any other comments, questions here? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Perkins,
Yes.
Luna,
Yes.
Haderlein, yes, Schulz,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Carncross,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Gorman.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 19 is the Administration Committee's recommendation to approve the advised policy for elected officials and staff interactions.
Motion to approve the revised policy for elected officials and staff interactions.
I'll second.
Motion by Haderlein, second by Gorman. Any comments or questions here? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderwoman Luna, Haderlein,
Yes.
Schulz,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Carncross,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Gorman,
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 20 is a motion to approve, seeking a motion to approve amended section 2.05.H, electronic attendance at meeting rules ordinance.
I'll make a motion to approve amended section 2.05.H, electronic attendance at meeting rules ordinance.
Second.
I have a motion by Haderlein, second by Schulz. Any comments or questions here? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderwoman Haderlein.
Yes.
Schulz.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman.
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries. Ordinance 2025-113.
All right, thank you. Item number 21 is the Administration Committee's recommendation seeking a motion to adopt the proposed resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into a contract for the purchase of electricity from the lowest cost electricity provider for the purpose of street lighting through the Northern Illinois Municipal Electric Collaboration bid process.
Make a motion to adopt the proposed resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into a contract for the purchase of electricity from the lowest cost electricity provider for the purposes of street lighting through the Northern Illinois Municipal Electric Collaborative bid process.
I'll second that.
All right, she had the easy one. Motion by Haderlein, second by Lancaster. Any comments or questions here? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Schultz.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster. Yes. Gorman.
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna. Haderlein.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 22 is a staff recommendation, which we're seeking to actually push into next city council meeting to postpone because council has been looking at the contract and would like to, and has redlined it.
That's correct. Just in reviewing the contract, having dealt with similar issues in other municipalities, there's a couple changes that we would want to make sure in there just to protect the city. So next step on our end would be to send the red line over to AT&T and to engage in a back and forth on those comments. Ideally, at the May meeting, we'd have a revised version that's been essentially agreed on between legal counsel to present for the council's consideration.
We need a motion to table this till the next month?
In lieu of tabling it, I would just make a motion to continue it to the May meeting.
Yep.
Motion to continue to the next city council meeting?
Second.
A motion by Carncross, second by Schultz to table the AT&T agreement to next meeting. Any comments or questions? Clerk, call the roll.
Alderman Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman.
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna. Haderlein.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Okay, item number 23, is a staff recommendation seeking a motion to approve the agreement with, I think, Hartwig, that's right. We just got the bid that came out. So Hartwig for the removal and replacement of the city office HVAC system, not to exceed $450K. You should have received an email from the city administrator on this. The bids came in after the packet was put.
What was other bids?
The amount would actually not to exceed $450,402.35.
Thank you.
402.35, thank you.
And there were no other bids.
What was the amount, sorry?
$450,402.35.
Motion to approve?
Second.
A motion by Carncross, second by Haderlein. Any other comments or questions here?
Just to clarify, the administrator, I think, explained this in in his email to everybody, but I had asked a question about, I knew at the budget hearing, we had dropped the dollar amount down from $500,000 to $400,000, and Lou clarified that there was already $100,000 in the budget this year. So that makes a total of, between the two, 500, so we're still under budget. Is that?
The 100,000 he's referring to is what we put away last fiscal year into the equipment replacement fund. So that's the extra 100. That is actually, yes, it's reflected in the budget this year as a transfer back in.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
And just to add to that, more for everybody else, as stated during the budget process, we will continue to still find either grant funding or rebates in order to bring that price down further.
Is there anything in the mechanism when there's a single bidder for, I mean, this substantial amount of money, that we have to do anything to due diligence to on this?
Go ahead.
As long as you determine that it's a responsible bidder and you're comfortable moving forward, no, you went through the bid process, you got the bids you got, and nothing requires that you accept it, but as long as it's a responsible bidder and you're comfortable with it, then you're good to go.
To add to that as well, part of the bid process, we specified that you had to meet certain certifications by NICOR and ComEd, and only so many people actually do it. So that actually limits the field that's out there.
So what's the time frame on the assessment that ComEd is doing, right, to help us find some
Yeah, there's
efficiencies and...
I've reached out to my contact who's actually on vacation this week to remind him that they're already supposed to be out here to do the energy efficiency assessment. I'm still working on that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any other comments or questions? Again, you're voting to award the bid to Hartwig in the amount of not to exceed $450,402.35 for replacement of the City Hall HVAC system. All right, we have a motion by Carncross and second by Haderlein. Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Carncross?
Yes.
Lancaster?
Yes.
Gorman?
Yes.
Perkins?
Yes.
Luna?
Yes.
Haderlein?
Yes.
Schulz?
Yes.
Lavallee?
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, thank you. Item number 24 is strategic vision review.
You guys just wanted to go one last round, the three leaving?
All right.
I think we covered it pretty well at the last cow, so
Yeah, it
it's
was,
up to the new crew to
Yep.
carry it on.
all right. Then we will move on to item number 25, which is staff monthly reports. We'll start over here, Chief.
I have nothing further to add other than thank you to the aldermen that are departing tonight for their last meeting. Thank you for working with you over the last several years, and to welcome the new council members that are coming in. Other than that, Officer Stahl from his knee surgery is projected to come back the first week of May to full duty, and other than that, just report submitted.
One comment for you is the admin committee had discussed about police reporting. I assume DC gave you that information?
Yes, he did.
Okay, perfect, thank you. We don't have a DC, so we'll go over here. Mike, please.
Anything to add, Mr. Mayor?
All right, Ann?
I'd also like to say goodbye to the departing council. It was great working with all of you.
Thank you. Donovan?
Thank you, Mayor. I'll echo that. It's been a pleasure serving alongside of each of you, and I think Alderman Carncross holds the record for shortest meeting, so hopefully Alderman Perkins can keep that up or break that record. Looking forward to that, so thank you.
I'm not in that running, I guarantee.
Quick question, Donovan, did you figure out, the place of bunks, have they figured out what they're doing?
Yeah, well, currently they're open for the bar area and gaming area. They'll be opening for food very shortly here, but seafood, looks like steaks, and a nice spread of Mexican food as well, so.
Here's
You know
some
the name of
mushrooms.
it?
Marquez, California, you can find them on Facebook
Okay.
and look for the updates there. As soon as they update it, when the restaurant portion's open, we'll update it on our pages as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we don't have Rob tonight, he's on vacation, so do we have anything from Public Works to report? Okay. Report is submitted, items managed. All right, we'll move on to Treasury Report. The budget's done.
The budget's done, yay. Nothing further other than, Dan, thank you for all your years of service with us. You've always been the one to recognize us and give us our attaboys and all that, and so back at you with that. Jay, your passion for the parks is undeniable. as well as your passion for not putting money in the general fund, so that will always be noted. But thank you you've been around a long time too, and I know that Harvard is your home and you've raised your family and business here, and it shows that you really care. Charlie, you are the OG. I don't know what else to say. That's original gangster, in case you didn't know. You're our data guy. You're the one that always makes us make things make sense, and it's been fun working with you as well. And thank you too for your diligence with the sales tax referendum. For years, we had 225,000 to work with. Now we have a lot more, and you didn't give up on that, so it's appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Attorney's report.
Nothing additional to report. Thanks to the outgoing alderpersons for your service, and hope you enjoy your post-political life.
Administrator's report.
No, I just would like to say that to the three that are leaving, thank you for your service to the community. It's left a mark, and report is submitted.
Thank you. Clerk's report.
I have upcoming meeting dates. The Planning and Zoning Commission meeting that would normally be held on May 6th has been canceled, lack of agenda items. Tree Board is going to meet Wednesday, May 7th at 6:30 p.m. Infrastructure has been changed from Monday to Tuesday, and we'll meet after the Community and Economic Development Committee meeting at 6:30.
No.
Is that right?
We go first.
Oh, you go first, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, got
I
that.
think the community development should go
Okay,
first.
however you work that, guys.
We got dibs.
There you go.
You're there for both, Matt.
Yeah. Parks and Rec are going to meet Monday, May 19th at 6 p.m. Administration Committee meets Wednesday, May 21st at 6:30 p.m. Your next regular city council meeting is May 27th at 7 p.m. Just a quick note on statement of economic interest. They are due May 1st for anybody that has not yet filed. There are a couple on council that have not. And then for the new aldermen out there, the county clerk will be sending you via email protocol to file a statement of economic interest for 2025. What you guys submitted with your petition was good for 2024. And that should go out tomorrow or the next day. And that is all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. For the mayor's report, first I want to thank the three that are leaving. It's been my pleasure to work with you for the terms that you've been here. I think all three of you have brought great energy and passion to council and have helped us kind of move the ball forward. I think we've done a lot in the strategic vision. Each of you have given a huge input into that, and then for each of the committees that you've been on and have chaired at times. So I think we're certainly going to miss you and wish you well in your non-political career. And now you can sit out there and heckle us. So that's all I have from the mayor's report. Then want to move into closed session to discuss section 2.C.1. Because we've got a special meeting after this meeting, I would like us to retire into the conference room and the city hall portion so everybody else can remain here. I don't expect this to take more than about 10 or 15 minutes. We need a motion to go.
Correct. We need a motion to go into closed session.
Second.
Pursuant to section 2C1 to discuss personnel.
Pursuant to section 2C1 personnel.
Second.
So we have a motion by Carncross and a second by Lancaster to move into closed session. I'm going to pause the stream. All right, thank you. Take a motion to come back into open session.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion by Schulz and second by Haderlein. Come back in closed session. Clerk, call the roll.
Alderman Gorman.
Here.
Perkins.
Present.
Luna. Here. Haderlein.
Present.
Schulz.
Here.
Lavallee.
Here.
Carncross.
Here.
Lancaster.
Here.
All ayes, motion carries. We're back in open session.
All right, thank you. Item number 34 is action from closed session discussion seeking a motion to renew city administrator's employment contract. Seeking a motion.
I make the motion to approve another 4-year contract for the city administrator.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second. Motion by Lavallee, second by Lancaster for 4-year contract for city administrator. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, call the roll.
Alderman Perkins.
No.
Luna.
No.
Haderlein.
No.
Schulz.
No.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Abstain.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman.
No.
Motion is defeated 5-2 with 1 abstention.
All right, any other motions?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion by Carncross, by Schulz, and second by Perkins to adjourn. Clerk, call the roll.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you. I'll call a special city council meeting to order for the April 22nd, end of the year. Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderwoman Haderlein.
Present.
Schulz.
Here.
Lavallee.
Here.
Carncross.
Here.
Lancaster.
Still here.
Gorman.
Here.
Perkins.
Present.
Luna. Here. Quorum is present, Mayor.
Thank you. Is there any public comment wishes to speak to city council on the special city council meeting? Hearing none, we'll move on to approval of the liquor licenses for fiscal year 2025-2026. Let the record reflect that Alderman Schulz has left the meeting.
For the last time.
Make a motion to approve liquor licenses for FY 2025-26.
Second.
I have a motion by Haderlein, second by Lancaster to approve the liquor licenses for 25-26. Any comments, questions here? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Haderlein.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman.
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that Alderman Schulz has returned to the meeting. Item number 5 is approval of tobacco licenses for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Tobacco licenses for 25-26.
Second.
I have a motion by Carncross, second by Haderlein to approve the tobacco licenses for fiscal year 25-26. Comments, questions? Hearing none, clerk will call the roll.
Schulz.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman.
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, item number 6 is the approval of laundromat licenses for fiscal year 25-26.
Motion to approve laundromat licenses for FY 2025-26.
Second.
Motion by Haderlein, second by Perkins. Any comments, questions here? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Lavallee.
Yes.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman.
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
Schulz.
No. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Abstain. Abstain.
Oh, that would be nice to see that in your last one.
No, abstain.
All right, thank you. Item number 7 is approval of massage therapist licenses for fiscal year 2025-26.
Motion to approve massage therapist licenses for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Second.
Motion by Lancaster, second by Carncross. Comments, questions here?
Still one license, correct?
I think there is only one license, yeah.
Just wondering if we've ever notched that up to 2.
We had another one, Umberto, what was his name? He passed away.
Oh, okay.
Salas or something? Yeah, he passed away.
Sorry, yeah.
And then you had Julissa.
Oh, that's right, yeah. All right, clerk, call the roll.
Carncross.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Gorman.
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Luna.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
Schulz.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, number 8 is swearing in of new elected officials, and I believe even we should swear in re-elected officials, right?
Yes, and
So-
then we've done it different ways before, where we swear each person individually, or we can have TJ swear you in as a group, or I can swear you in as a group, whichever you
TJ,
like.
let's
You guys-
swear us in as a group.
There you go.
Somebody have my cheat, you have a cheat sheet for me?
I do. Here, let me throw you one.
So if the new alderman come up and re-elected alderman and clerk, we can all get sworn in. That's it.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Michael Kelly,
Solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of ward, your specific number, Alderwoman or Alderman,
That I will faithfully discharge the duties of Ward 1
for the city of Harvard according to the best of my ability.
for the city of Harvard according to the best of my abilities.
Now, Mayor, should we have them stand up with us up here?
Well, now we're going to recognize outgoing elected officials. Alderman Schulz, Alderman Gorman, Alderman Carncross. We have some gifts for you and some and
mushrooms.
There's some mushrooms.
Yeah, those special mushrooms?
For the record, I like oyster mushrooms. I think that's a fitting gift.
Cow chips would be more fitting for Harvard.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll pass on
Chicken. No, I meant chicken was a party.
Let's see. I think, yeah. Maybe we'll, yeah, okay. Perfect.
Property.
All right.
Can we
Jay,
go
you
pop?
can come up, please. New picture.
Post a before and after. One from the first one.
Okay, you're one of our more
Like when you
senior
had a full head of hair,
aldermen,
right?
and you served quite a bit of time on city council, and so we certainly appreciate that, those efforts, and so I want to award you King of the City.
Oh, okay. Change the
All right, Alderman Dan Cross.
Cancross.
I spelled my last name right, too. Huh?
Dan, thank you so much for your time serving us as council.
No?
I'd like to award you
Normally.
to the city as well. Thank you very much.
Then we can change the lock.
Doesn't work.
All right. Charles.
If you volunteer.
For your time as on city council.
You can have mine, I never use
We
it.
appreciate all the time you've done, especially in the infrastructure committee.
Thank you, Charlie.
have a key, you can get in after hours.
And I think we have one more. Oh, this is what we have, sorry. You have a gift from,
You don't have to.
you have a gift from staff? And I think we have one for Lori, right?
Is this a cow cut?
Lori?
The most important one right here.
Chocolates.
You're getting chocolates. It is a cow.
Oh my gosh,
I like that one. Oops, sorry.
that's cute.
Lori, thank you for being the city clerk for so long. Scott's going to fill your shoes, but we certainly appreciate the time that you've spent here. I'm really going to miss working with you. You were a city administrator for so many years and then city clerk, and I'm just going to miss that. So hopefully you'll stay on Milk Days board.
Yeah, Milk Day Foundation.
All right. So let's do this. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to ask if those that are departing, if you would give up your seats and allow the new alderpersons to take the seats.
Think of my presents that I've made over time.
Oh, look at that.
My ADHD,
Where's the rock?
The rock disappeared. The rock disappeared. What? I think we take our glasses.
Yes, you can take your plaques with you. We will get new ones for the,
Take the plaque.
just take the plate.
When you
There you
leave.
go.
Oh, you're supposed to do that too?
Well, you probably don't need it right now. It'll come out with a hammer. A BFR and a chisel, get that thing out.
Yeah. Howdy again.
Hey, Lori, how are you?
Pretty decent, you?
Yeah, pretty good.
At the big table.
Hey, how you doing? John. Yeah.
Now it's more
Mike.
park.
Where you live, Mike? Yeah, I know this.
We're
Thank
gaining
you.
in numbers.
I hope so.
9th Street. Oh, yeah.
Oh, on 9th Street.
We're
Okay.
getting the billboards out there. You got another house?
Oh, thanks. I present to you your new city council. We look forward to working with all of you and look forward to taking care of city business. So thank you for stepping up and filling the seats. This time, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Hey, ho, hey.
Motion by Anna Marie Platt Miller and Mike Hoflick. Clerk, call the roll.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
All right, thank you and good night.